Hello, this is the annual Title I parent meeting for 21-22 school year for Redwood Elementary. Thank you for joining us. We are here because the Every Student Succeeds Act requires that each Title I school hold an annual meeting for Title I families in order to inform you of your school's participation in Title I, so Redwood is a Title I school, explain what those requirements are, and explain your rights as parents and family members to be involved in that process. So today we're going to talk about what Title I is, how does our school use Title I funds, what services do students receive, what curricula and assessments are used, what's a parent and family engagement policy, what is a school parent compact, what are my rights as a parent, how can I be involved, and whom can I contact for more information. So let's start with what Title I is. Title I is a law that was passed in 1965 under the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. It's the largest federal assistance program for nation's public schools. So our school, along with all other Title I schools, receive extra funding, and the dollars are used to identify students experiencing academic difficulties and provide assistance to help these students, to fund additional staff, programs, materials, and/or supplies. And some of you have experienced that with our wonderful dance and art and music programs that we've had over the years. And conduct parent and family engagement meetings, trainings, events, and/or activities. That's been a little bit tricky with COVID, so that's why we're recording this instead of having it as an actual meeting in person. Each year, we get together and make a Title I plan in collaboration with our school community council and other parents' information and ideas and teachers' ideas, and we look at the data also. The plan is developed in the spring for the next school year. Okay, so for example, this year we looked at some school data. This is one example of our school data. So this shows us what we need to target and who we need to look at, if there are certain student groups that we need to pay attention to and focus on, or if there are certain academic areas that we need to focus on, we can use our data to figure that out. Okay, and so for our Title I funds here at Redwood, we use it for staffing. So we make our school classes smaller by hiring more teachers. We also have been able to hire an in-house sub. So when we need a substitute, we have one here to use. We also can get paraeducators to come in and be part of groups. We have extended learning by our block classes where our students are able to learn about social emotional learning, about STEAM topics, art, science, technology, and dance and PE. We also buy some supplies, and we also provide students with other supports. Sometimes we buy Chromebooks with this money. Sometimes we pay teachers to be tutors after school or things like that. Okay, this year our school has built priority standards. And what that means is just the really important things that kids are going to be able to do at each grade level. These posters are up all over the school, and there's one right in the front foyer that you can see. So this is each grade level and what standards they are really going to concentrate on and make sure that kids really learn. Then it builds the next year and the next year and the next year, so that when they do get to 5th grade, they're ready to do all the math that they need to do in that grade level. So we'll be doing some activities that go along with this, and you'll be seeing a lot of this year. In our school and in Title I schools, we have quality Tier 1 instruction. What Tier 1 means is just all the students in the school. We meet state licensing standards.
Ready to go. Thank you.
And support high quality paraprofessionals, highly qualified paraprofessionals. So when we have people that work at our school, they have to have so many college credits and be graduates. of high school. We do small group instruction and pull-out services. So when a student needs extra help, so everybody is tier 1. When a student might have a learning disability or needs extra help on something, we do small group instruction and help them in the areas they need help in. And then we also have some after-school tutoring opportunities with YMCA. And this last year, we had a summer school opportunity for our younger grades to be able to practice their reading. The social, emotional, and mental health services that we have is that we have 2 full-time social workers, one that teaches the Mind Up program and the other one that's here to serve our students and counsel with them and work with them and parents. We have our school-wide positive behavior interventions and support program, PBIS. You might hear your kids talk about our expectations at school. We say them every morning. And so we want students to be responsible, or to be respectful, to be safe, and to be kind. And those are our school-wide expectations. We have access to social work services and support from our behavior health aide as needed, or a BHA. So your students might talk about Miss Tasha. She is somebody that can go in and help in classrooms where kids need extra support. In our school, we use evidence-based practices. That means teachers don't just do whatever they want. They actually use research-based strategies. They teach the core standards, so you might have heard about those standards, and we definitely teach those. Our district often provides tools and resources to help us to teach that curriculum, and then we assess students on core concepts, so we do some testing to make sure that they are growing and learning. Okay, a parent and family engagement policy is that the school addresses the fact that we need to work with parents and family to help the students be as successful as possible. We have our parent and family engagement policy on our school website under the Title I section, and you as a Title I parent or family member, you have the right to be involved in the development of our parent and family engagement policy. So if you have questions or things that you think should be added, please let me know. Okay, some of the highlights that we have is how parents and families can be involved in decision-making activities. We have our school community council. We pass out surveys every year for parents to fill out, and we want your input to be able to have the best school programs we can here. Parent and family engagement funds are usually used to help us provide programs for you to come and watch your students dance and sing and show their art, or other kinds of activities like that. COVID has made that kind of tricky the last few years, but we're trying to be creative and figure out ways to still include parent and family in a safe way. Information and training will be provided to families, so we try and make sure we do that and help families to know the best way that they can support our school and how we can support them, and then how we'll build capacity in families for strong parent and family engagement. What else would you like us to include? If you have ideas, let me know. The school parent compact is a written communication that outlines how the entire school is going to share the responsibility for improved academic achievement of our students. So it has to do with us being a team. So you as a Title I parent or family member have the right to be involved in the development of that compact. Okay, the compact comprises what the school will do and what the parent or family member will do. So some of the things that the school will do is teacher will mark attendance in Gradebook is the program we use, and when your student has many absences that we don't have an accounting for, you will be getting a letter from me just asking if we can help in any way. Homework. Teachers will provide timely feedback on homework. So anything that they send home, they will make sure they let kids know and parents know how things went and how they did. And teachers should be providing end of grading period reports. So grades, report cards. As far as behavior goes, the teachers in our school establish, post, and enforce clear expectations. The administrators, myself and Mrs. Terrazas, will support classroom expectations through a school-wide system, and we try and support and help as much as we can with teaching kids how to self-sustain and self-regulate. Okay, continuing with what the school will do, we will provide engagement. So we'll try and make sure that we have communication with you. A lot of you communicate with your parents, or a lot of you communicate with your teachers on Class Dojo, which is wonderful. We try and find the best apps that we can that can help us work with as many parents as possible. We'll also have teachers putting things in gradebook consistently, so you should be able to go on your student's gradebook account and track their grades. If you have questions about it, you can contact the teacher or contact the school. And then we always will be working with academic integrity. The teacher will review with students the concepts. They'll talk about what cheating and plagiarism and collaboration is, so that so that students know the appropriate way to show how they learn something or what they know. And then we will make sure that we also support that from the office. Okay, so what will the parent or family member do? First of all, you'll ensure that the student attends at least 90% of the school days. Now, again, this is something that's going to be affected by COVID, because we, of course, if your student has any COVID symptoms, we want you to keep them home and make sure that they are ready to go back without any symptoms. But otherwise, please ensure and teach your students the importance of being at school. Be familiar with what things they're doing. That's one of the things that the priority standards will help us with, and support students in their completion of the curriculum, so kind of know what's going on in their class and what they're learning. Try to provide a distraction-free environment for the student to do homework or read. Support us, and we have really great support with our parents and families about student behavior. We're really trying to teach them, like I said, to self-regulate and to do the things that will help them be successful. Parents will attend conferences and other academic school events so that you can support your students that way. And you'll contact school officials with questions or concerns. If you have anything that has happened with a student that you question or you're not sure about, or you didn't get a call from the school about, please let us know, because we want to make sure that we are being a team. You'll track your students' grades and assignments and help be positive and remind them to work on that. And you'll review academic integrity standards. What is okay for your student to do and what is not okay. Okay, you have a right to be involved, so we'll always include parents in the family engagement policy. We'll always have these meetings. We have Nancy's Munch and Mingle meetings when we don't have COVID going on, and you have access to those things. So there should never be a time at Redwood where you feel like the school's doing everything without telling you about it. You are welcome to contact our district's Title I director if you believe that we're not doing the right things here at Redwood. Of course, we would love to have you contact us first. And the Title I director's information is following. You are allowed to be provided with information about how your child is doing, but also about what's going on at the school. So we try and do 3 things for every important piece of information that you might need as a parent. We try and send a note home. We try and do a Blackboard notification, which usually you guys get as a text message, and we try and put it on our Facebook or our website page. So if you have questions about what's coming up or what's going on, check those things and see if you can find your answers, or call our school. You have the opportunity to request opportunities for regular meetings. If you have something that you want to talk about that you think would be a great idea for our school, your administrators are